I'm Mrs. Chalmers, and I am your child's biology teacher. Biology is also called the living earth because we have a 3-course model here, and so it's got an integration of earth science into biology with an emphasis on really climate change. So we'll spend a lot of time talking about that. I'm in classroom B101 in the B building, and I've been here for a while, so you can feel free to stop by and say hi. A little bit about me. I did graduate from San Jose State with my bachelor's in biology. I have 2 children. I have my son James, who is 16, and my daughter Emily, who's 14. So I've got a freshman and a junior in high school. We also have 2 furry kiddos, Riley, who is our German Shepherd, she's 6.5, and Rocket, who is our Australian Shepherd, he's 2.5. And Rocket does come to school with me, so the kids have all met him. He's very shy. He doesn't like to mosey around the classroom or anything. He just kind of sits under the desk and hangs out. But he does greet kids at the door most periods of the day, if I can get him to come over to the door and say hi. He will warm up eventually, but he's just a little shy at the moment. I've been married for 17 years, and this is my 6th year here at Folsom High, and it's my 7th year teaching high school because I taught at Vista Del Lago before that, and then before that I taught middle school science. So here's some pictures just so you know who we are. This is me and my husband. This is Riley, our German Shepherd, and this is Rocket. And then this is all of us. We went to Epcot a couple years ago. Didn't do any major family vacations this last summer, so I don't have any real pictures to update, like family pictures out and about that are cool, so I'm sticking with that one. And this is the 2 kids a couple years ago. I don't have an updated one for them either, sorry. But they look pretty much the same. My schedule, I am teaching all day, so if you do send me a message, I may not get back to you within that day, but hopefully by the next day I'll be able to respond to you. So I'm periods 1 through 6 biology, which makes it easy because it's all the same class. All right, so a little bit about this class. This is a lab science. I'm not sure exactly how much lab work we will do given COVID and everything. I do have lab kits ordered, or they came in and stuff. I'm going to try to get as many labs in as I can. I'll probably try to keep it as individual as I can to keep that social distancing in mind, especially with the Delta variant going around. So we'll do our best to get as much hands-on stuff in this year as we can. This year we'll be doing science skills, which they just took their first test on this on Monday, and I'm still grading those, so we'll get those back as soon as I can. Then we just started our ecosystem interactions unit on Tuesday, Wednesday for block day. And then after that we have the Earth's atmosphere. And then we'll work into cells and do structure, function, and growth of cells. And that one we'll kind of start the unit and do our final exam in December. And then we'll finish the unit and then do a test on the rest of the unit in the spring semester. And then we'll go into genetics with the inheritance of traits. And then we'll look at evolution with the evidence of common ancestry. And we'll wrap up the year with ecosystem stability and climate change. So course expectations, there is homework on a fairly consistent basis. I will assign it on Monday and it'll be due on Friday. I do go over it in class, and I do also give lots of time in class to complete it. So like for instance, this week we've already had 20 minutes in class where they can complete, and it's literally simple stuff like a vocab chart or watch a short video and answer some questions, things that we just can't fit into the classroom that help reinforce everything that we're learning. I promise it is not busy work because I know how precious the after school time is, especially with 2 high schoolers myself, and I want to make sure that I don't overwhelm kids. If your child is feeling overwhelmed, please come and see me. The homework should take no more than an hour per week, so I don't think that's an excessive amount, especially given how much time that I build into the class for them to work on it. Labs, like I said earlier, we are going to be trying to do as many labs as we can. They're going to be a little different than in the past, so we're trying to figure out how to modify everything to make sure that we can get them doing stuff and not just sitting here reading and watching videos. So we'll see how that goes. There are quizzes on a fairly regular basis and then tests at the end of each unit. We are offering retakes on tests, not on quizzes, because the quizzes are a very low point value, and tests we will definitely have reteaching. You have to, if you want to retake the test, you have to do a reteach session, and then you have to do the makeup, the retake. So those will both occur during pause. And so everybody will have an opportunity to do that. Attendance is obviously crucial, but understandable with quarantining. I've got lots of kids out on quarantine. I am expecting kids, if you're not actively sick or really sick, to be popping into the Teams meeting and paying attention to what's going on in class, because everything that I put, everything that we do in class will be available online as well. Sorry about that. Attendance is going to be hopefully streaming. Everybody can pop in as much as they can. It will be, everything in class will be on Google Classroom, so they can print out copies of stuff if they want. Some of it will be Google Docs, but a lot of it will be probably print out at home. If they can't print out at home, they can handwrite things, and or they can wait till they get back in and get the physical copy in here. But I'll try to keep as much of it digital as I can that they can just fill out directly on Google Classroom. So that's that. Citizenship is outlined in their passports of how that is graded. We don't have passports yet, but I just follow the same rubric that's in there, and it's based on behavior in class, attendance, and your grade, and that's how we determine who gets what citizenship. So it's very clearly outlined. It's also in the course expectations. I kind of copy and pasted that in, so you guys can have a look at that, which is on my, I think it's on my FHS page as well as on Google Classroom. So you just need to log into your kids' Google Classroom if you would like to see it on there, because it won't let me share it outside of the district, which is strange because last year I was able to and now I can't. So I don't know what's going on with that. So there's that's that. Let's communication. There's my phone number, but voicemail is hit or miss whether or not it works. So email is the absolute best way to get a hold of me. I can respond to you during class if there's a down moment, or after school, or before school, or in the evening, and that's probably one of the best ways to get a hold of me. I'm also doing a weekly newsletter. We started that last year. I found it to be super successful. It outlines what we're doing for the week, homework and classwork. It gives you reminders for tests and quizzes and major projects when we get those. So everything that you need to know what's coming up in biology will be in that weekly newsletter, and I am posting it on Google Classroom, on Google Classroom, and I'm emailing a PDF out, although I did skip week 3, which I do apologize for. It was a little crazy last week. Google Classroom is also a place that you can always go. Everything is up there. The agenda is up there, the daily agenda, homework, everything we are doing is in there. So they have one place to go to get everything that they're needing. So hopefully that's some place that you can help make sure that they are checking and doing their work as required. Also, you can check PowerSchool. I do wait until I have several assignments to put in before I put grades in, because I don't like to have, if one thing is missing, I don't like that to make it look like you have an F when you just missed one assignment. So I wait till I have a few assignments to put in. I've only got one thing graded. I'm working on tests right now, and then we'll put a couple of things in here shortly. Instagram, I do have an Instagram at Chalmers FHS. And I did post the stuff that we did, the team building that we did at the beginning of the year, and then I'll be trying to post pictures of activities, labs, projects that we work on in school, so you guys can see what's going on inside the classroom. Thank you so much for watching my back to school night video. I know this is not the year we were hoping for, but it's definitely better than it was last year. If you do have any questions, please feel free to give me an email, please. That would be the best. And I do look forward to seeing everybody in class. I'm really excited that we're in person again, and I can't wait to get to know everybody, which is a little challenging because they have all got masks on, which is great, but I will get to know everybody. It just takes me a little bit of time, so I'm really excited for this year. Thank you so very much, and have a great evening.